The last class we talked about uh, the Porter's generic strategies, and we touched upon four important key fundamentals. The first one was what does competitive advantage mean, and what are the four generic strategies suggested by Mr. Michael Porter. And the third one is what does cost leadership mean, and what is a differentiator means in an industry. And the last one was three critical questions to answer if a firm has a strategy or not. Right? Now let's move on further. Today we'll talk about what is a strategy. What is an understanding of strategy? Strategy definitely is not vision, it's not mission, it's not even goals, and it is also not the priorities in the business or the plans. So, again, I repeat, we get confused with the word strategy, and the word strategy is one of the highly misused word in business across the industries and even in big companies. So definitely strategy is not a vision, it's not a mission, it's definitely not the goals of the company, or neither it is the priorities of a company, or it's a plan of the company. No, it's not that. So then what is strategy means? If if I have to tell you that a very interesting the background of strategy, there are numerous doctoral debates and dissertations and countless research happened on strategy. So there is a lot of hearty disagreement among management thinkers on this particular word, what means really a strategy is. Also, it is important that for any business strategy, it should address three important areas. One is creating a strategy, other one is communicating the strategy, and third is implementing the strategy. So with this background as a basic understanding to know what strategy means, again I go back to the three basic strategic questions. The first one is where to play. The second one is how to win. And the third one is how can we maximize long term value. So any strategy across any industry or any firm must address these three fundamental questions very clearly as where to play, how to win, and how can we maximize the shareholders' value? How can we maximize the long term? Here, let me go a little more deeper. So, where to play, what does it exactly mean? So, it specifies the target market. Where is my target market? Second, how to win. How to win is why should anybody buy my products? Why anybody should buy our products and services? So, what is my value proposition here? That's exactly where to play. That's exactly, sorry, where to win. So, the choices must be made because there is at least one way any company or firm can win in every market. But not everyone can win in any given market, right? So, with good choices, the business gains to win in the specific target market. So the target market, the value proposition, the capabilities, all should go in a most cohesive way. So the target market, the value proposition, and the capabilities. That is the third one. What capabilities do I have to maximize my long-term value? So this capability. So all three must go in a very cohesive and coherent manner. And again, there is a saying from the management thinkers that a good strategies call for a right amount of capability stretch, not too much, not too little, but it has a little bit of flexibility. What does uh, maximizing long-term value means? Does it mean increasing the share price, or does it mean increasing the share value? What exactly does that mean? So let's see that in a while. So maximizing long-term value is not the same as maximizing long-term value is definitely not the same as share price increase, or it is definitely not maximizing shareholders' wealth. It's definitely not. So maximizing long-term value doesn't mean forgetting about the short term, but economic value takes into account the growth and profitability, the short term and long term, and the risk associated with that. So, how any company can create a long term value is the third important strategic questions. So, to just have a recap, to have a clear strategy, the executives in an organization have to make certain choices, have to make certain choices. So, those choices are answered by three fundamental questions like where to play, how to win, and how to get long-term value, how to increase the long-term value. Also, Mr. Michael Porter, in many of the occasions, he said that two things are very important. One is knowing what knowing what strategy is not is equally important to what is the strategy. So what not is a strategy is equally important for an executives to know, to have a better understanding of what exactly is a strategy for the products and firm.